You want her to trust you, and you want her to relax. You want her to open up, like open up fully without fear. But here's something that you may not have considered. And that is, she's not waiting for the perfect man, and she's not waiting for flawless words or foolproof plans. What she is waiting for is she's waiting for you, the real you, the unguarded you, the you who's willing to risk actually being seen. Because intimacy isn't something that you can demand. It's something instead that you invite. And the invitation begins with you. See, there are walls that we have learned to build up along the way. You and I, we've been building these walls for years, I think. Walls that may be made of charm, walls made of achievements perhaps, walls being made of being agreeable, of staying safe, of avoiding risk. And these walls, they protected us once, and now they may be imprisoning us. They may try to keep the pain out with these walls, but it also keeps love out as well, you see. You can't expect her to let her guard down if all she sees is your guards up. And you can't expect her to surrender if she feels you're still holding back as well. See, trust isn't a one-way street. Think of it like a mirror. What you offer is what gets reflected back to you. Now, here's why I think holding back feels safer, right? Holding back feels safer because it feels like control or protection, or like you think, if I don't show too much, then I won't get hurt, right? If I don't invest too deeply, then I won't get disappointed. Or if I don't let my real heart out, then no one can break it. But consider this, you can't protect yourself from pain without also cutting yourself and protecting yourself from love as well. See, you can't guard your way into connection. You can only risk your way to get there. Because connection is not built on perfection. It's actually built on being present. And there's a risk of being seen, right? See, being seen is a terrifying thing, especially if you're unfamiliar with it. It strips away the armor. It leaves you exposed. It invites rejection. But it also invites something else as well. Something that you can't find from behind the wall that you're hiding behind, and that is real intimacy. Because the love that you're craving, it can't find you if you're still hiding. And the connection that you're longing for, it lives on the other side of being known. Not for who you think she wants you to be, but for who you actually are. And you can't ask her to step into vulnerability while you're standing on the sidelines. See, if you want her to trust you, you have to lead. You have to initiate in the same way. And it's not by force or demand. See, there's another way I think that we could think about trust. Trust isn't about guaranteeing the perfect outcome. It's about creating a space where fear doesn't get to have the final say. It's about saying, I can't promise that this won't hurt, but I can promise that I'm going to stay in the midst of it. Or I can't guarantee comfort, but I can at least try guarantee honesty. Or I can't erase the risk, right? But I choose to show up anyway, in spite of it. See, that's what trust looks like. And that's also what trust feels like. It's not even a feeling, it's more of a decision, if you will, one that you have to make first. See, there's a weight of withholding, right? And when you withhold, when you edit, or when you perform, or when you protect, you're in essence sending a message. You're sending a message not just to her, but also to yourself. This is where you're teaching yourself that your real heart is unsafe. And you're teaching yourself that connection is not worth the risk. And further, that love must be earned through control or through trying to buy it. But what this really builds is distance between the two of you. Every moment that you hold back, you're widening that gap between the two of you. And eventually the person standing across from you, they start to feel more like a stranger. And it's not because she's unwilling to connect, but because you're too afraid to be reachable. But one of the things I love about this series is to say that freedom is possible from fear. See, freedom from fear doesn't mean that you'll never feel afraid, right? It means the fear no longer makes your decisions for you. That's the difference. It means that you're gonna feel the tremble, the discomfort, and you're still opening up despite that. It means that you're feeling the risk and you still step into it. It means that you feel the weight of what's at stake and you still choose honesty over safety. Because the life that you want, the love that you want, the connection that you're craving, they don't live behind the walls that we have erected. They live in the wild and unguarded territory of vulnerability. Now, letting go can be seen as a weakness, but it is not. You see, you've been taught that letting go is considered weak, that emotions are liabilities, that vulnerability is dangerous. But here's, I think, what's true. Letting go is not weakness. It's actually strength. Strength isn't about never feeling afraid. It's about not letting the fear shut you down. Strength is not about control, but it's about being present. It's about standing there raw and real and reachable and saying, this is me, all of me, not because I'm fearless, but because I'm free. Here's another view on why she might be holding back though. You see, it's not because she's not cold. She's not because she's not distant or not disconnected. I think she's just cautious because deep down she can feel that you're holding back. She can sense when you're halfway there and she can see the walls, even if you've built these walls carefully. And what she needs is not a perfect man. What she needs is not flawless confidence. What she's looking for, I believe, is presence. What she really needs is permission, not in words, but in action. Permission to let down her guard because she sees that you've also let down yours first. Permission to trust because she sees that you're trusting yourself. Permission to be real because you've gone first and modeled how. So, if you really want more in that relationship, you have to offer more first. You want her to trust you? Trust her first. You want her to open up? Well, open up first. You want her to let go? Practice letting go first yourself. Not with guarantees, not with demands, not with conditions, but with courage and with quiet and with this sense of a man who knows that the walls may protect him from pain, but they also protect him from experiencing love. See, walls don't just keep danger out, they also keep life out as well too. And you weren't made to live in a hidden zone. You were made to live seen. See, freedom isn't perfect safety. Freedom from fear isn't, it doesn't offer perfect safety, but it's perfectly honest. It's not about removing the risk. It's about refusing to be ruled by the fear. It's not about building the higher walls that you feel safer behind. It's about tearing those walls down, one brick at a time, one risk at a time, one honest moment at a time. Because the life that you want, the love that you're craving, isn't behind the walls that you're building. Instead, it's waiting on the other side of them, right? So here's my invitation. Tear down these walls. You don't need to be perfect to be trusted. You don't need to have all of the answers to be loved. You don't need to be fearless to be seen. You just need to be real. You just need to be present. You just need to be willing to risk being known, like truly known, even when it's uncomfortable. You can't keep asking her to let her guard down while you're still clinging to the safety of distance yourself. You can't keep wishing for intimacy while you're practicing avoidance. And you can't keep praying for connection while all you're offering her is half of your heart. If you want her to let go, show her first that it's safe to do so. Show her first by going first. Show her first by being honest, by being reachable. See, walls feel safe for a season, but they leave you in the end alone. And you and I, we were not made to live alone. You and I were made to live loved. And freedom from fear, it starts in this spot here. Freedom from fear, it doesn't begin when you stop feeling afraid. No, it begins when you stop letting fear decide what you're offering to the world. And it begins when you refuse to trade connection for control. And it begins when you choose to show up whole. Not just the curated parts of you, and not just the easy parts, but the entire part of you, like all of you. It's not about removing the risk, again, it's about believing that love is worth the risk. Because real intimacy is worth the trembling hands. It's like real connection is worth the shakiness in your voice. Real trust is worth taking that risk. The life that you want isn't behind the mask. It's not behind the walls. It's actually right here, on the other side of letting go. So, my dear listener, let me say, this is your turn. If you want her to trust you, if you want her to open up, if you want her to let go, maybe she's waiting for you to go first. So I want to hear from you. Is there a time when you've realized that you were asking for vulnerability while you were offering distance? Or have you ever caught yourself holding back and seen it reflected right back at you? Or what would it look like for you to go first? What would it look like for you to let go, even without the guarantees? So if you would, drop your story down in the comments below, because like, again, I love this aspect. Your willingness to share, it might give the courage or permission to someone else who needs to finally hear someone else's story and tear down their walls and step into the life that they're no longer living in that fear zone, but they're inspired to living courageously and on purpose. I'd love to hear them. I'll read through all those anecdotes, those stories, and I'll try to respond to as many as I can. But in the meantime, let me say thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next episode.